Edwardsville has higher rents in general than Collinsville.
I believe it.
Okay? The higher the rents, the greater the value of the property. The greater the value of the property, the more money I can pull out of the property for the 99. So when the 99 creates or buys a facility that has high vacancies with higher rents, there's more money for. Why do we want more money? To put better things in there for the students, so we can afford, a stinking $1 million surfing machine to put inside. You know what I'm saying? So we can put the trampoline dodgeball. All that stuff costs hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to put in. The reason nobody's done this before is because nobody was crazy enough to say, oh man, yeah, we can go raise a couple $1 million to make this happen. Nobody thinks they can, right? It's just too, whoa. We created a way to make that happen using the real estate, and God's blessing it, right? But that's why. Not only that is, let's say I put it in Granite City, right? There's a lot of needs in Granite City. We may have a smaller campus on Granite City to connect them to in the future. But the fact of the matter is, if we're going to be regional, right? Because right now, we don't have enough laborers. It'd be great if you could have one in every city, right? If there was enough support. But think about it. There's 2,500 students that go to Granite City High School. If you want to create a facility that big, you need to get 80% of every student in Granite City to be a part of it.
Yeah.
That's not realistic, right? It may happen. It's not realistic. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So a better business plan is say, well, what if we could reach into 4 or 5 or 6 communities in this region? Well, how do you do that? Well, where are people? Are people in Edwardsville going to go to Granite City?
No.
But are people in Granite City going to go to Edwardsville?
Yes. True.
Okay, so
Wow,
that's why
point.
we're doing that. We're doing it to maximize influence. And so he's just trying to attack it, and whatever. And people are going to do that.
Yeah.
And it'll only get worse. Here's the thing: when God gets involved in something this big, it seems like people polarize on the issue. They're either really for it or they're really against it.
Yeah.
Right? And we just need to be settled in our mind that, look, God's doing this. Look at how he's meeting us on Tuesdays. Look at how his Spirit is blessing. Look at how these lives are being impacted. And, it's just, it is.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, how do you answer them? Someone like that, you answer with boldness.
Love.
And confidence and love.
Yeah.
That's right. But the courage it takes to be, not ignorant. There's bold and ignorant is two totally different things, right?
Yes.
Boldness is a willingness to say it and to say it, because he's being bold with you. Oh, they're just about blah, 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 blah. Right? He's not doing it in love. But you can answer back and say, dude, I know that you don't believe in this, but don't you believe in students? What if somebody helped to gather the students of this community together? They all say they want to make a difference. Companies are pouring millions of dollars into making a difference in different areas. Why are they doing that? They'll tell you the reason they're doing that is because they believe Generation Y will not support them unless they do that. It's a business decision for them to do that, because they know that 62% of students won't even do business with them, and they're trying to reach the next generation. We're 100 million strong, right? Well, if they want to make such a big difference, how come nobody is organizing them and helping them to gather together and create a structure whereby they can make a difference in their community, instead of just saying, well, go do it?
Yeah.
What's more likely, them just going to do it, or somebody saying, hey, let's do it together?
Yep.
Right? All we're doing is trying to put the movement together and let their God-given talent shine, help them find their talent and their purpose, and let God work through them.
Yeah.
What's so wrong about that? Even if there isn't a God, what's so wrong with that?
Exactly.
We just love them. We're trying to serve them. They have needs and nobody's meeting them. Their parents are too busy working because the economy's dead and everybody's trying to survive. And the kids are left at home, and what are they doing? They're watching TV, they're having sex, they're doing drugs. Or do I want to control them? No. Do I want to give them a better alternative? Yes. Do I want to see their lives better than just a messed up druggie with a broken relationship in their life? Yes. And if I'm wrong for that, I'd hate to see what right is.
Yep. True.
If we could all just talk like Joe.
Yeah.
Talk like you know what you're talking about, dude. Don't go, oh man, well, the guy that I go with, he says, dude, be like, just lay it down flat.
Own it, dude. This is your vision.
Yeah.
The only reason I share this stuff is we're coming together. See, this will never be about Joe Giletti sharing a vision with people. If it is, we'll fail.
Yeah.
What it will be is students catching the vision and saying, in Jesus' name, I can make a difference. I do have a purpose. This will be about students connecting, not with Joe Giletti. Yeah, they'll see him up there speaking sometime, and they'll want to high five him, and they want to be on stage and win the next $100. But the real deal will be when they're sitting with their mentor playing Xbox, and their family is all broken up, and they're crying, and they don't know what to do. The real times will come when their brother just got put in the hospital because he's ODing on meth or something like that, and their mentor is there with them in the hospital and laying hands on the young man that needs healing. That's where real ministry is going to take place. All this is just providing an opportunity for us to be a part of their lives. That's where real ministry will happen.
Yeah.
The real ministry will happen then when students start grabbing the fire and they become as passionate as we are about worship, and they get addicted like David did today of going out into the streets and praying with people who have needs and ministering to their circumstances. We went out to the streets tonight. We prayed with how many people? 20 people or so like that. Our car was full, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it. We were just going, I was driving down the road and just called David and I said, I didn't get my number yet, did you? And then we picked them up and it just happened. I'm sorry. I feel bad
It's all
now.
right. I've overexceeded my number. I mean, I'm always
Good.
ministering to people.
Good.
It never ceases.
Good. 7:04. Oh, we're
Yeah.
supposed to be starting. Melody's